everybody, welcome back to the village. My name is Ashante, and as you see, we have two new people here with us. We have my friend and wonderful sister Ty, and her mother, my auntie, Miss Angela.
I'm not understanding how sister and I'm auntie.
You her mama.
Okay.
That's my sister, Miss Angela.
I'm sorry, I just messed that up.
You know. All right, we're actually starting a new series where we're going to talk to other homeschoolers so that way we can give advice to people who are thinking about doing this or encourage you guys who have been doing it to see where you came from or give you just new insight. So if I remember right, you guys literally just started homeschooling, right?
Correct.
Right? Okay, so when did you guys start?
We started about a month ago. August the 20th was our first day.
Okay, so yeah, it is very fresh then.
Yeah.
Okay.
School started.
Okay. And how many kids are we homeschooling?
Just the one.
Just one? And how old is she?
7.
7. Okay, so 7 would be like first or second?
Second grade.
Second grade. Second grade, okay. What made you guys decide to do homeschooling?
So
Dang, that was a long pause!
I was trying to make sure she didn't want to answer the question. So we wanted to do it last year. However, her dad was against the idea, and this year, my mother suggested, well, how about we do homeschool and I'll be her teacher, and I finally talked him into it, and so we just said, okay, let's start this year, and if it doesn't work, we can always put her back into school, but why not start? Give it a try.
What were your primary concerns with starting it up?
Just, how would we know how she's progressing? How would we know, okay, is she getting this, is she not getting this? And also, like, her tests or whatever, like, do we have to keep up with her grades? And, how would we have to, how would I keep
Maintain
up
all
with
that?
her? Yeah, like, how would you do it? And so I thought it was a particular program that you had to go through to keep up with that, but then I found out, no, it isn't.
Yeah.
Do it how you want to do it.
I think that's a common concern when you begin to homeschool, because all you've known is like your public school or your private school sector, and the way you know your child. Yeah, that's the only way you know. But now you notice it differently when you're homeschooling. Okay, so you were saying like a curriculum. Do you guys use a particular curriculum?
I actually, the curriculum that I used, it was a book. I was going to use the Easy PEASY because that's the one I was introduced to.
Right.
But we were in Walmart, and I actually found a book that's for second grade that covers everything that's required, because there is a certain requirement with homeschool.
Right.
You have to teach them the reading, the writing, the math, and some more. I can't think of it. Yeah, you have to, so everything is in the book. So since there was no certain thing to use, we used the book, and I actually don't know the name.
That's okay.
That's the one we use, but I still do go and print out some of the information from the Easy PEASY. So because it's a little different.
Yeah.
So I'll print that out and let her work from there.
And for you guys who don't know, Easy PEASY is a online curriculum. It's completely free. It's actually a family went, and they have from grade 1 to homeschool, and they have, like she said, the maths, the sciences. I even think they may have a foreign language, I'm not sure, and it goes by grade level. So that's what she was saying, she supplements. Now that book that you found at Walmart, how much was it?
$8.
$8. That's a steal. That's a steal. Now, Angela, you're the teacher for the homeschool.
Correct.
Right. Did you have any concerns with starting it up?
My biggest concern was me. If I was teaching her, if I was going to be able to teach her what she needs to, how to start, should I do, should it go like school goes, or is it something that I can time myself or put within a certain time? And then while I'm teaching her, is she getting the information. It's really grasping the information.
Yeah.
Pretty much, my biggest concern was me
Yeah.
trying to teach her, even though I know that I could. I wanted to make sure I was giving her the best information that she needed to.
Yeah. And I think that that's common too. I have that concern because if the school messed her up, then the school messed her up.
Exactly.
You know, I could blame them, but if I messed her
I
up,
want to be the one to mess her up.
exactly. So I think that's a really right. Okay, so what does your typical homeschool day look like then? What do you guys do?
We try to start at 9.
Okay.
For the most part, we do start at 9, and we just go through each section of the book
Mm-hmm.
and cover a page. And if she's getting it, most of the time she might want to go over to the next page.
Oh,
And
okay.
her biggest thing right now is word search.
Oh,
So
okay,
they have,
yeah.
like within each section, a
Yeah.
word search. So
Yeah.
that's her biggest thing right now because she's love finding the
Uh-huh.
words. So, which is a plus because it's teaching her different words.
Yep.
Different how to spell the word. And so
Uh-huh.
it's teaching her a lot how to read. But that's a typical day.
Okay. And how long does your homeschool take?
2 hours,
Uh-huh.
which is a bigger concern because
Yeah.
I wasn't for sure if I was doing it.
Correctly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know if I was like, okay, is this enough time? You know,
Right.
because school takes about 8 hours.
Yep.
So I'm doing this in 2 hours. Is this enough time
Yeah.
to teach her what she needs to know?
Yeah.
So that was another concern too. So.
Yeah.
But she's getting everything she needs within those 2
That's right.
hours.
Yeah.
So we're good.
Yeah, and we had talked about it before that 1-to-1 makes a difference. You know, you don't have to have all that extra time when there aren't 30 other children.
Other children.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Okay, so besides me, how many other homeschoolers do you know?
I actually had a cousin that actually started her girls with homeschooling this year. She just started. And through her, I've met this Facebook friends. It's called Homeschool for Black Houston Black Homeschoolers.
Okay.
So it's I think it's like a group of 200 and 200 and something.
Yeah.
From around Houston that's homeschooling. So I don't know all of them.
Right.
But I know her and the actual young lady that started the administrator that started the group.
Is that group, do you know if it's open? Can anyone join, or is it by invitation?
It's open. You
Okay.
can join, but you have to be homeschooled,
Right.
you know, in order to join. But
Okay.
yeah, it's open.
That's a good resource.
And she has a lot of information, and she gives, you know, they post like trips,
Mm-hmm.
plays, different things that you can do homeschool. Not everything is at cost.
Yeah, that's big.
Which was Tuesday. They did something at the Miller Outdoor Theater. We didn't get a chance to go, but you know they have a lot of things activities that homeschooling kids can do.
And then those things help socialize the kids with
Exactly.
other homeschoolers.
Homeschoolers.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. Ty, how about you? How many other homeschoolers you know?
Actually, it's just you. It's just you. I really haven't affiliated myself much. I haven't had a chance to, go out and meet other homeschoolers. It's on my to-do list, but I just haven't stepped out there and met her.
It's difficult meeting other homeschoolers because it is such a small community, and then when you get into that small community, finding other Black homeschoolers, and our needs are unique. You know, one of the things I was actually reading an article that more Black people are starting to homeschool because our unique needs aren't being met in public schools. So it's nice that organizations like that do exist. Okay, so she was in public school for almost 2 years, and now she's been homeschooled for about a month. What differences have you noticed in her, if any?
She is more receptive to, the information. Like I said in the beginning, school was very stressful for her. She just took on, she took on, you know, not being able to, okay, can I hold this information? What is this? And now she's open to, oh, that's how you do that? Okay, now I got it. You know, she retains the information. That's what I was looking for. She retains the information a whole lot more. And then her thing was she stressed about being held back in the first grade. Yeah. And now she, you know, she doesn't have to worry about that because I'm not telling her, you know, hey, we got to get this. Right. On top of that, we don't have to worry about tests. Yeah. We don't have to worry about, you know, her, what's going to happen if she doesn't pass this test, right. You know, because it's on her time. Yeah. You know, when she feels comfortable with moving forward. Yeah.
And I know they have that test here. I think it was STAR. The STAR test.
And I keep calling it test.
Yeah, I think that's what it used to be called, right? Yeah. But that test is really stressful, and like they send home these things for the kids to put them in bed at 7 o'clock, feed them a full breakfast, and it's really stressful. You know?
I think more so, Tyler is hard on herself.
Oh yeah.
If she's not getting it, she's like super hard. Like today, she's learning how to write in cursive.
Oh yeah.
And her biggest thing was she could not hook that other E on the end of the I.
Yeah.
The E-Y-E. The other E just wasn't flowing right for her, and it made her a little upset because she couldn't get it. Yeah. So I, you know, okay, let's get it together. Let's do it together. And with classroom, teachers are not going to take that time, or even if they could, I don't think they would take that time. Oh, well, you better get it. Well, you know, she has to get it. So we did it together. Yeah. And it made her a little bit more comfortable, and she went on ahead and finished the rest of the words, even though those words were longer.
Just that one part.
Exactly. She just couldn't hook that E on to the Y.
And I remember being that kid. I was very meticulous. It had to be a certain way, and if it wasn't, the whole thing was a failure. A complete failure. Okay, so what advice would you give to anyone who's thinking about homeschooling?
Do it.
Do it.
You know, if I will give all thanks to, you know, I have a strong support system. This, you know, my mom and her paternal grandmother, you know, they both, she does most of the schoolwork, and then we have arts and crafts with his mother. Yeah. So they, if you have the support and you have the time and you can, do it. Yeah. Just go for it.
I would say if it's going to benefit the child rather, or if you two are in agreement with doing it, because a lot of times children are not, all children don't learn the same. And you want to do what's best for your child. So like she said, if you have the support system and if you have the time to do it, I would say invest in your child and go through and do it.
Yeah. It's really good advice. Really good advice. So we're actually going to talk with Tyler as well. So stay tuned for part 2. I want to thank you, ladies. All right, guys. We'll talk to you in the next one. Bye-bye.